Action and adventure TV shows channel from Comedy MX spotlights Tarzan, Rin Tin Tin, Zorro, complete Saturday matinee serials Captain Zero, Annie Oakley, The Big Picture, Korea and Vietnam Wars, and more. The thrills and chills never stop at Comedy MX. So return with us now to those golden days of yesteryear.
It's Brown.
The banker.
Yes. Some water.
Yes, sir.
Where's your patrol?
Wiped out. All of them. 24 Legionnaires. Arabs thought I was dead. What happened to your face? Hand grenade. Exploded too early.
Sergeant, get this man to the Fort Hospital.
Yes, sir. Use Cannon Landy. Make a litter.
Yes, sir.
You two, come with me.
Wonder if the banker will ever be able to recognize himself in a mirror again.
If he lives long enough to look into a mirror. The Fort Hospital, as quick as you can get there.
Yes, sir. We're not going back to the fort. You know why. Mount patrol, Sergeant.
Patrol, mount!
Madame Sassoli, I'm afraid the rules of the Legion force me to deny your request. The true identities of our men are their own secrets. When they join the Legion, we do not ask them who they are or where they come from.
But, Colonel, my son Renato...
I'm sorry, Madame Sassoli.
My son Renato is the last one of our family, the only heir of my husband's business. I know he became a Legionnaire 4 years ago. Can't you make this a special case?
There are no special cases in the Legion, Madame Sassoli.
Please. Just tell me if he's alive or...
I'm sorry, Madame Sassoli. I have done all I can.
Renato? Renato? Do you know my son Renato? 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 Do you know my son Renato? Please help me to find him. Renato?
Sentries, get this woman out of here!
Hi, Doctor.
Hi, Caid.
Here's your cigarettes, Renato.
Oh, thanks, Captain.
Here's your candy.
Thank you, Doctor.
Hi, Banker. Do you want me to get you anything?
Nothing.
What's the matter, not feeling too well today?
I feel fine. Just great.
You're worrying about your face again.
Who wouldn't? How do I know what's under these bandages?
You're under the bandages.
Sure. With a face that maybe will give people the horrors looking at it.
Don't you believe it. Doctors can do wonders with this new plastic surgery. Maybe you'll look like some movie star.
Like King Kong.
No, Banker.
We'll see.
That's the spirit. Good morning.
Boy,
Yes, ma'am.
you're wearing the uniform of the Foreign Legion.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sort of a Legion mascot.
Bravo. You must know all the Legionnaires.
Not all, ma'am. The Legion spread all over North Africa.
But you know a great many.
Suppose so, ma'am.
Would you like an ice cream or a pastry?
No, ma'am.
It would give me great pleasure. Waiter, an ice cream, please. Chocolata?
Strawberry. Thank you, ma'am.
Do sit down.
Cioccolata. That's the way the Italians say it, isn't it, ma'am?
Yes, I am an Italian. I have come here to look for my son,
I see.
Renato Sassoli. He joined the Legionnaires 4 years ago after a terrible quarrel with his father. A misunderstanding. My husband was sure that Renato didn't want to go into his financial business. But I knew better. My Renato has a fine head for figures. He's a born financier.
Did you say financier?
Yes, but eat your ice cream, then we'll talk.
Get up.
What happened, Captain?
You forgot your part of the act. You really fell asleep.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, Captain. I guess I overdid it a little bit.
Pick up your gun.
Yes, sir.
Where's your tribe?
You will not torture me, Captain?
Legion never tortures anybody. Where's your tribe?
I will show you, Captain.
No tricks now, remember. Take care of him, Fuzzy.
Come on.
Legionnaire, up!
Then this woman bought me some ice cream. She's very nice and very rich. If I ever needed a mother, she'd be the one I'd pick. Her name is Mrs. Sassoli. She's looking for her son, named Renato. But of course I couldn't help her.
Why, sure you couldn't.
But that's her word. Let's talk about something else.
All right, what about?
Geography, maybe?
Okay.
I hope someday Uncle Mike'll take me to a city called Naples. It's in Italy.
It certainly is.
Naples is in the mountains. A lot of snow, skiing. I'd like that.
You won't get much skiing in Naples, Cuffy. It's in the south of Italy. It's always sunshine, hot, never snows.
How do you know?
Lived there all my life.
You did?
Before I joined the Legion.
You're Italian. Then why'd you join the Legion under the name of Paul Brown?
Now, Cuffy, you should know better than ask those questions.
Well, if you come from Naples, then how do you say chocolate in Italian?
Cioccolata.
That's just the way she said it. Cioccolata.
Who?
Mrs. Sassoli, the one who's looking for her son. Look, banker, why don't you let her come and visit you?
No,
Even though you're not her son, you might enjoy talking to someone in your own language.
I would not.
Maybe you even know her from Naples, from a long, long time ago.
I never met anybody by that name.
Anything you say. You're not mad at me for suggesting it, are you?
I'm not angry, Cuffy, but I don't know any Mrs. Sassoli.
Okay, I guess I better go now.
Sure. Thanks for the visit, Cuffy.
I'll be around again, soon.
How are you, Cuffy?
Fine, sir. What about the banker? I mean, Legionnaire Paul Brown.
Yes, what about him?
When do you expect to take the bandages off his face?
Oh, in about a week.
What's under the bandages? I mean, will anybody that knew him before be able to recognize him after the bandages come off?
Oh, I doubt it, Cuffy. You see, Legionnaire Brown was so badly wounded that instead of reconstructing his face, we had to make him a new one.
I see.
Excuse me, I've got to see this man.
Excuse me, sir. I have to see somebody in town, too.
Let's go.
It is not far.
Give him the signal.
He who eats the flesh of a camel
inherits its characteristics. Advance. Legionnaire!
Legionnaire, à moi! Hi, Cuff.
Welcome home.
What's all of that?
I'm giving a party, and you're invited.
Good. I got to see the colonel first. Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Take charge of the prisoners.
Come on, right out.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Hurry, I got a lot to tell you.
Good.
All that ice cream yours?
Hi, Fuzzy. No, I'm giving a party. Kind of reunion party for Paul Brown. His bandages are coming off, and we're celebrating.
Oh. Out there on that desert, all I kept seeing was a mirage of ice cream. This is real, ain't it?
No, it's chocolate.
Chocolate? I just love chocolate. What do I look like?
You look fine, Brown.
I told you so, Banker.
If I had a face like that, I'd have no trouble with the girls.
Thanks, Doctor. I will never be able to repay you.
just have.
And now for the party. Ice cream, everybody.
Hey, boy, ice cream.
I feel like $1 million. And it was coffee who cheered me up all through my bad time.
Guppy the Good Samaritan.
I only did what Uncle Mike taught me.
Renato. Renato. Renato, Renato, my boy, my son. Renato, my baby.
My name is not Renato. I never saw you before in my life.
My baby. Captain, the boy is ashamed of me.
I think we better leave you two alone.
Don't go, Captain. Don't leave me alone with this woman.
My Renato. My boy, Renato. My Renato. Renato, sono così contenta che tu stia meglio. Da quando Caffè mi ha detto che cosa ti era successo, sono stato molto preoccupata.
Perché?
Come perché? Perché sapevo che tu non stavi bene. And now that I'm taking my Renato back to Italy to be the true heir of his father, I want to thank Caffè for bringing us together.
You're welcome, ma'am.
And, Captain Gallant, thank you very much for arranging my son's release from the Legion.
Regulations, Mrs. Sassoli. When a Legionnaire is injured in the line of duty, he's permanently discharged. With honors.
The last time in front of you all, I said this woman is not my mother, and I'm not her son.
How can you be so sure, Mrs. Sassoli? After all, Brown's face is not his own. I wouldn't have recognized him, and I saw him only 2 weeks ago, before the operation.
A mother's heart can tell, Captain.
That's the only thing a person can rely on these days, Captain. A mother's heart. There's no reason for disbelieving her, sir. What's she got to gain?
I'm not Renato Sassoli.
Renato, please go to see that they put all the baggage on the bus.
I give up. Maybe someday you'll convince me.
Captain, don't worry. I know this boy is not my son.
What?
But he will be. He's of my people, and I already love him. Deep inside of me, I now know that my Renato is probably dead. Maybe he was one of the Legionnaires in Paul Brown's company. Maybe they were friends. Goodbye, Captain.
Goodbye, Miss Sassoli.
Thank you, Caffè.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Cuffy, what convinced you Brown was Mrs. Sassoli's son?
Well, my first clue was that Paul Brown was really an Italian.
There are over 1,000 Italians in the Legion.
Renato Sassoli was an heir to a banking fortune.
Mm-hmm.
And they always called Paul Brown the banker, didn't they?
So you put 2 and 2 together and got the wrong answer, huh? You're going to have to do double duty on your arithmetic homework.
What do you mean, Uncle Mike?
Fuzzy, you tell him. I haven't got the heart.
It'll be a pleasure, Captain. Cuffy, Paul Brown was called a banker by all the fellas in the Legion because whenever they were broke and needed a few francs for this or that, he'd lend them the money. But he charged them enough interest to make a real banker blush with embarrassment.
I see.
Don't be downhearted. I think your good deed's going to turn out just fine.
Fuzzy, what was your name before you joined the Legion?
Rockefeller. Now go out and see if you can find me a mother.
Hello, Carla.
Captain Gallant. I thought you were still in Tarzan.
And I thought you were in Casablanca.
Oh, I got bored. I didn't know you had a son.
Well, he's not my son, really. He's my ward. His father was my best friend.
Oh, I see.
Cuffy, say hello to Miss Robinson.
How do you do, Miss Robinson?
And how do you do, Cuffy?
Cuffy, how about going back to the fort alone?
Well,
And picking yourself up some ice cream on the way?
well, in that case, okay, Uncle Mike. Goodbye, Miss Robinson.
Goodbye, Cuffy.
How about some refreshment for us?
Oh, I'd love it.
Monsieur et dame.
What do you have, Carla?
Tea.
2 mint teas.
Tout de suite, monsieur.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
Is it? What brings you down to this neck of the woods?
Oh, traveling mostly.
Alone?
With my boss. I'm sort of a private secretary.
I see. You haven't jumped parole, have you?
You know I wouldn't do a thing like that.
Wouldn't you?
You know, I ought to kill you for having testified against me.
Well, you shouldn't have gotten mixed up with that bunch. I was just the cop on the beat. I seen my duty and I done it.
I ought to kiss you for having gotten me off with a suspended sentence. Come to think of it, I never did I?
Voilà, monsieur, dame.
Missy, you, going to be in town long, Carla?
No, I'm just passing through.
Not passing anything else, are you? Like bad checks, for instance? You wouldn't if you were smart. And if you were smart, you'll go back to Casa where you belong.
You know, I was just thinking of doing that very thing, and now that I know you're here, I think I will.
Good. There's a northbound bus leaving first thing in the morning.
I'll be on it.
Carla, I just don't want to see you get in any more trouble.
Why not?
Well, because I'm a very busy man and I don't want to waste my time in court testifying against you.
Captain,
Yes?
I'm still wearing it.
7th Flame Bomb of the Legion. It's been a long time, Carla.
Too long.
Yes, well, I think I better be getting back to the fort. You, going my way?
No, I guess not.
Goodbye, Carla.
You are a guest in my house. All that is mine is yours in the name of Allah. But I cannot give you what is not mine.
I'm offering you a lot of money.
I suppose you are.
Perhaps it's not enough.
Do you think you can bargain with me like a merchant in the bazaar? I have refused your offer, and my refusal is final.
How much is Intercontinental offering you for the oil rights to your land?
Nothing.
Oh, come now, Your Highness. I happen to know that Intercontinental Petroleum will make you a definite offer within 48 hours.
What my uncle means to say is that he would not profit personally from any arrangement made by the company.
If we accept the offer, our people will benefit indefinitely.
Words, promises. I'm offering you cold cash.
I understand, and I have refused. You have come to us in peace. Leave us in peace.
Hello? Say, I wonder if you could have the light switch checked for me. There's something wrong with it. Thanks very much. Where have you been?
Taking a walk. It was your idea, remember? Who do you think you are, Thomas A. Edison?
No, just a guy who doesn't overlook any bets, that's all.
Look, I don't know what you're up to, and I don't want to know, but I'm leaving.
talk to you later.
What seems to be the trouble, sir?
Nothing serious, just a busted switch, I guess. But I'd appreciate your having it fixed for me.
Right away. I'll attend to it immediately.
Good. Oh, excuse me. What time is it? My watch stopped.
It's 2:10.
Is that right?
Yes, that's to say I have 12 past 2.
12 past, huh? Excuse me for a moment, huh? That Rick, he's still sleeping. Well, I won't wake him yet. Look, I've got some work to do with my partner in there. You could fix the switch later, say about 4:30?
Certainly, sir. Thank you.
I've seen some crude alibis in my time. Where's Rick?
That's funny. I could have sworn he was in there. And if I have to, I'll do just that in court. And so will you.
What's he need an alibi for anyway?
Stick around. You'll find out.
But I tell you, I can't stay here any longer. I just ran into an old friend of mine.
Who?
Captain Gallant.
That Legionnaire who got you that suspended sentence?
That's the one.
Well, this is great. What did you tell him?
Why should I tell him anything? I'm just leaving town, that's all.
Just like that?
Just like that. Got myself to think about. If I go back to Castle like the captain told me, I won't get into any more trouble with the parole board. If I don't, trouble is all I'll get.
You're in this and you're going to stay in.
Let me go.
Look, if Rick should need an alibi, I'm going to give him one. And you're going to back me up, you hear?
Ouch, that hurts.
I know something that'll hurt a lot more if you don't behave. A slug from Rick's gun, for example.
I won't talk. I promise.
Well, that's one promise I'm going to help you keep, sweetheart.
In the days of our fathers, it seems to me life was more simple.
Why, my friend? There were no infidels to disturb the peace of the great desert.
That's true. But there was no real peace when tribe fought tribe. Now infidel fights infidel and they leave us in peace.
Unless there is oil in our land.
Ibrahim, my friend.
I can't understand it, sir. How did it ever happen?
That's what I want you to find out, Captain. The Caid was so upset on the telephone that I could not get many details.
I can imagine. The Vizier was his best friend.
Fortunately, the wound wasn't fatal. I want you to get to the bottom of this, Captain. France has no better friend than the Caid.
Yes, sir.
He was leaning over the table when suddenly he was shot.
Where were you sitting?
Here?
Like this?
Yes.
And the Vizier was sitting here?
That's it.
Captain, at the rooftop, about 50 yards away, right in line.
Check it, Fuzzy.
Yes, sir.
Why would anyone try to kill Ibrahim?
What makes you think they were trying to kill him?
I don't understand, Captain.
Well, from what you told me, it appears they were trying to kill you. You said the Vizier leaned in front of you just as the shot was fired.
That's right.
Uncle, I thought that I was afraid. It said you'd been shot.
Better the assassin's bullet had found me than Ibrahim.
Praise Allah, you were spared. But you speak of assassins who would want to kill you.
That's what I'd like to find out.
Ali, my boy.
Yes, Uncle.
That man Mendoza.
What about him?
His attitude today, it was not friendly. Do you think he...
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Who's Dodoza?
An American oil man. He wanted permission to drill on our land. Today I refused him. He did not take it very well.
Naturally, Mr. Dodoza was upset when he did not get what he wanted. But he is too fine a gentleman to use violence.
How can you be so sure?
I have spent the whole afternoon with Mr. Dodoza.
Have you?
I have been with him every minute.
Well, that would seem to eliminate Dodoza, all right.
You were right, Captain. I found this shell behind the parapet on the roof.
30 caliber short, eh? Your Highness, I must ask permission to post guard here until we can investigate more fully.
Really, Captain, I hardly think that is necessary.
The captain was addressing me, Ali.
Your pardon.
Of course, Captain, if you think you should.
It's the duty of the Legion, sir, to protect the friends of France. Fuzzy, tell Sergeant Duval I want a detail here at once.
Yes, sir.
Your Highness?
Good night, Captain, and thank you.
Yes, sir.
The guard is posted completely around the palace, mon capitaine. Only authorized persons are permitted to enter and leave.
Very good.
There are guards on the roofs there, and on the buildings along the side.
That's excellent.
Who's it?
Caid's nephew.
Then why doesn't he use a front gate?
That's exactly what I'm going to find out. Carry on, Sergeant.
Oui, mon capitaine.
Capitaine? That man who just came in here, whose room did he go to?
Matters of this sort?
Don't give me that double talk. This is official business.
I believe he is a friend of an American gentleman.
By the name of Dodoza?
There would seem to be no need for the captain to ask questions, since he appears to know the answers.
Not all of them. Did His Highness visit this American earlier this afternoon?
He did.
Who else was there?
Why, the other American gentleman, the secretary.
Mr. Dodoza's secretary?
Yes, a most attractive young lady.
By the name of Carla Robinson.
The captain is unusually well informed.
But I had him dead in my sights. I couldn't have missed him.
But you did. I've just left my uncle. He's very much alive, and the Vizier's in the hospital.
I told you I didn't want any mistakes. Where are you going?
Back there and finish the job.
With Legionnaires on every rooftop?
Legionnaires?
Yes, Captain Gallant has placed the palace under heavy guard.
Then we've got to get out of here. This place will be swarming with Legionnaires any minute.
Please, can't I go back to Casablanca?
Look, in less than 12 hours, Intercontinental's man arrives here from the States. Before he does, Ali will be Caid, and we'll be leaseholders. Where can we hide out until we close the deal?
You know the street of the goldsmiths at the edge of town?
Yeah?
Number 23 by the Marrakesh gate. You'll be safe there.
Good. We'll leave through the garden. You better leave the hotel the way you came in.
Very well, I'll meet you there.
I don't want any...
Shut up, you. All right, start packing. Go on, start packing.
Call Dodoza's room.
Yes, sir.
Well, Captain, what brings you to town so late? Business or pleasure?
Business. And you?
Oh, a little bit of each. Good night, Captain.
Well?
There's no answer.
What's his room number?
Captain, you will awaken the other guests.
You got a pass key?
Captain, I have not the authority.
Okay, stand aside.
Captain, I beg of you. Here, here.
Now, that's more like it.
Are you sure we're safe here?
How can we be completely safe? My uncle is determined to find out who wounded the vizier.
I'm telling you, I ought to finish the job, guard or no guard.
Don't talk like a fool. Ali's gonna take care of it.
Me? I would be caught before I could pull the trigger.
I've got another idea, and this'll work.
Please, listen to me. I would like to be Caid, yes. But bad luck has dogged our footsteps all along. Can't we give the matter up?
For once, he's right. Let's give up the whole thing.
Shut up, you. You got a cellar in this place?
A cellar? Yes, but why?
She goes on ice. Ain't that right, boss?
Oh, no, you can't do that to me.
Nothing's gonna happen to you, if you behave yourself. Well, where is it?
Here. She cannot escape, I assure you.
Good. Come on, baby.
Oh, no, please.
Come on.
No.
Now, let's all sit down quietly and I'll lay out the program. What's the schedule at the palace?
At noon, my uncle meets with the Council of Sheiks. At 1 o'clock, he grants an audience to the representative of Intercontinental Petroleum.
That's what he thinks. By 1 o'clock, there'll be a new Caid. You.
Lost it, Omar. I'll go get it. Hey, what are you doing down there?
Cuffy! Remember me?
Sure, you're Miss Robinson, Uncle Mike's friend.
That's right. Do you know where he is?
Yeah, he's at the palace guarding it.
Cuffy, I want you to take a message to him. Will you? A very important message.
What are you doing down there?
I'm locked in.
Who locks you in?
Never mind that now. Go to Captain Gallant as fast as you can. Tell him that Allie is going to do what the others failed to do between noon and 1 o'clock. Got that?
Allie is going to do what the others have failed to do between noon and 1 o'clock.
That's right.
What does it mean?
Oh, he'll know. Now hurry. Good. Cuffy, wait a minute. Look, give him this. Then he'll know the message is the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Beneath our land, oil has been discovered. Within the hour, I will sign certain papers for our people, so that every man may share in the new riches.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
I gotta talk to Uncle Mike. I have a message for him.
And I got my orders, Cuffy. Nobody gets in.
This is a matter of life or death.
Yeah, mine.
Boy, are you stubborn. Look, just give Uncle Mike this.
Well, I shouldn't.
You got to, Fuzzy.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Cuffy's right outside. He asked me to give you this.
Cuffy, where'd you get this?
From that lady, Miss Robinson. She told me to tell you that Allie is going to do what the others have failed to do between noon and 1 o'clock.
Allie, between noon and 1 o'clock.
Uncle? Thank you, my boy.
Fuzzy, check the centuries. This may mean trouble. Hurry.
And now, my friends, you will honor me by sharing a glass of mint tea while we await the arrival of the representative of Intercontinental Petroleum Corporation.
Captain Gallant.
What's the meaning of this?
Perhaps Prince Ali wouldn't mind exchanging glasses with your highness.
Not at all.
right, my little man. Now, are you going to stand trial before your own people? Come on.